It's windy, it's cloudy, but it's a great day for soccer. Hello everyone and welcome inside Hazeltine Field. Alongside Ryan Denman, I'm Egidio Deliu, and we got the Lawndale Cardinals taking on the El Segundo Eagles in an Ocean League matchup. Now Ryan, the last time we saw the Eagles, they had a hard-fought battle against Culver City, winning that one though 4-3, and it was 4 different goal scorers for the Eagles. It shows how unselfish this team is, getting everyone involved. Hello and welcome inside Hazeltine Field. Another beautiful evening for varsity football. Hello everyone and welcome inside the South Gym at El Segundo High School. I'm Egidio Deliu, and tonight we have a great Ocean League matchup between the El Segundo Eagles and the Culver City Centaurs. It's the first Ocean League home game for the Eagles, and they have a 2-game winning streak coming into this one. Culver City lost their last game. Should be a great contest. It's the Eagles and the Centaurs next on El Segundo TV. The season finale for the El Segundo Eagles as they host the Santa Monica Vikings. It's also camp night here tonight in El Segundo. The Eagles, led by Marcellus Henry, make their way into Hazeltine Field to defend their home turf on homecoming night against an Ocean League rival in the Beverly Hills Normans. Hello everyone and welcome inside the booth. I'm Egidio Deliu, and tonight's game is an Ocean League matchup. It should be a good contest. The Normans come into this game 2-4, 0-1 in Ocean League play, and the Eagles are 3-3, also 0-1 in Ocean League play. The captains for tonight's game for the Eagles, it was Matthew Romero, Gunnar Rogers, James Emerald, and Dylan Phillips. Beverly Hills was captained by Jared Kim, number 2, Nick Sullivan, and number 25, Elia Derdashti. Beverly Hills won the coin toss and declined, so we will see the Eagles first up on offense. Like I mentioned in pregame, both of these schools coming off losses last week. We'll get into that a little bit more as the game progresses. Max Vasquez kicks it off. Caught by Elijah Dunn. Makes his way almost at the 45, past the 45 actually, for some good field position to start off the first drive of the El Segundo offense. Good crowd here on homecoming night. The crowd's still packing in. As we start this game now with October on the calendar, with the Friday night lights in full effect. Here comes Matthew Romero to lead his troops for the first drive of the game under center behind Gunnar Rogers, his fellow captain. Romero looks to throw, gets hit instantly. And that's Max Vasquez with the sack. Jeremiah Zernigan also there. A good way to start if you're a Normans fan. No loss on that play though. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Romero and company. Matthew Romero was 20 for 24 last week, 208 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and 1 rushing touchdown in that loss to Hawthorne. Here's the handoff. Saison up the middle, finds room, looks for his blockers at the 40, now at the 35, and finally gets tackled down by a load of Normans led by Jan Reyes. So a sack on the first play by the Eagles, and then a big run by Armand Saison, a big first down for El Segundo. Saison had 31 yards on the ground with 1 touchdown, 9 receptions for 70 yards and a touchdown through the air. There's Romero on first down, connects. That's Scott Melton, a gain of about 8 on first down. It was a good game against Hawthorne last week. The Eagles had it tied up at 28-28 at one point. It was just a game that got away from El Segundo. And the Cougars just had a heck of a night. And now they're 1-0 in Ocean League play, and the Eagles are 0-1. Here's the handoff, Joey Gorte inside. And a nice run for a big El Segundo first down, the second of this drive. Gorte got it to the 17. Now they're in Beverly Hills territory. And that's where the offense will continue. 1st and 10 for Romero under center. Play action, Romero rolls, space, looks in the end zone, touchdown, Eagles. Dylan Phillips with the first strike for El Segundo. It was a good drive by the Eagles, 2 first downs, and then a touchdown. A drive that started with a sack, but resulted in a touchdown for El Segundo. Jose Hurtado with a PAT attempt, and it is good. And just like that, with 9:46 in the first quarter, El Segundo leads 7-0. 1st and 10 from the 38. Play action. Romero throws deep, has a man wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, James Pearson. What a beauty from number 9 to number 8. Nick Villa the holder, Hurtado the kicker once again, looking to add one more point to the lead, and he does. It's 14-0, El Segundo over Beverly Hills with 3 minutes and 59 seconds in the first quarter. That was Romero's 13th touchdown through the air this season, and James Pearson's first touchdown of the year. A sophomore, 6'2", 165. He was so wide open on that play. And he's a big target. He's one of the guys that's stepping up to replace Christoph Charles, who had a terrific year so far before getting hurt last year. 4 receptions, 93 yards, 2 touchdowns, and also a big part of the El Segundo defense. That one goes back in the end zone, and Beverly Hills will start at their own 20 once again for their second offensive drive. Joke with Coach Shevlin yesterday when I asked him about Christoph Charles' ankle. I said, did you call the soccer coach, Andrew Kelly, right after the injury happened? It looks like Christoph Charles should be back. They're hoping for league play for the soccer season. Of course, they have to defend their CIF championship here in a few months. Recupero has pressure. Throws intended for Nick Sullivan. And it wasn't close. Good defending by Corey Craig. And that's going to bring up 2nd down for Beverly Hills. It's a tough job that Jared Bunch has taken here in Beverly Hills. Of course, a longtime resident of Beverly Hills. Now the man in charge of the football team. A team, like I mentioned, that went winless, 0-10 the last 2 seasons. But Jared Bunch has a good resume. Played at the University of Michigan from 86 to 90. Won 4 Big Ten titles. And then was drafted by the New York Giants, 27th overall. And had a pretty decent career with New York. And then 1 year with the LA Raiders before retiring in 1995 because of a knee injury. Here's Recupero rolling. It's intercepted. Touchdown, El Segundo. Pick 6 for Kyle Myers. Here's Austin's kick. The senior gets us underway. And Kyle Myers will go all the way back in the end zone. And it's a touchback for El Segundo. The El Segundo Eagles offense had 281 yards in that loss to North Torrance. Only 99 yards passing for Matthew Romero. They did run the ball well, had 182 yards on the ground. The majority of those yards belonged to Armand Saison, who had 138. He was the bright spot in that loss against North Torrance. Here's a handoff as Gorte right up the middle for a short gain. A gain of about 3 on first down for the Eagles. Four carries for 19 yards for Joey Gorte last week. Had a fumble as well. And Coach Shevlin is looking for him to bounce back here tonight. The Mustangs showing blitz on second. Romero throws, looking for Phillips, has him, a first down for El Segundo. And move those chains, do the Eagles. Phillips went down at the 45-yard line. Phillips had 1 reception last week for only 26 yards. Has 3 receptions for 40 yards, make that 4 receptions now on the season. Last year had a total of only 3 receptions for 45 yards all season. Here's Romero under the center on 1st and 10 at the 45. Hands it off. Armand Saison straight up the middle for a gain of about 4.5 there. And a good start from the El Segundo Eagles. A good mix of plays here, well balanced, running and passing. Coach Shevlin says he wants to see Romero tonight be more of a traditional quarterback, stay in the pocket, look at his options and pass, and not rely on his run as much as he has in the past, especially last week at North Torrance. Romero on 2nd and 5 out of the shotgun as Armand Saison to his left. Romero looking to pass, has pressure in his face, and Romero goes down. Number 72 for the Mustangs, Bobby Valea, the senior, 6'1", 200 pounds, came right through. The Mustangs play a 3-4 defense. They will go to that 46 eventually here in the game. And when I talked to Coach Shevlin, he said this defense is so dangerous. They show so many different looks, and they do like to blitz. They've shown it here tonight early on. On 3rd and 12 for Romero out of the shotgun. Drops back, looks for Saison. Saison has some room, lowers his shoulder, and a nice gain, but way short of the first down as he goes out of bounds at the 50. It'll be 4th and 5 for El Segundo. Matthew Romero back in the punter role this time. Back deep for Miracosta. Cole Trejo. Bad snap there, and the Mustangs almost have it. They're still scrambling for the ball. It's recovered by Miracosta. Jake Salazar with the heads-up play, and the Mustangs have great field position on a miscommunication play from El Segundo. A bad snap. Romero could not hang on. They fought for the ball, and Jake Salazar ended up victorious in the battle and gave the Mustangs great field position as they start at their own, or at El Segundo's 33-yard line. Here comes Nick Carpino, the quarterback for the Mustangs, as Koda Thomasgaard to his right throws on first down and does connect Brody McKinnon. A gain of 8 on the play. McKinnon had 1 touchdown reception last week. He's a sophomore, 5'11", 170 pounds. No one over 6 foot at receiver for Miracosta, so we'll see if that plays a factor in tonight's game. They're pretty evenly matched. No one over 6 foot at El Segundo's defensive backs. A man in motion for the Mustangs. Carpino looks to throw again, this one into the turf, incomplete. That'll be 3rd down. Carpino was 22 for 45 with 305 yards and 3 touchdowns last week in that loss to La Serena. Keeps it himself, Carpino, but goes nowhere, swallowed up by the Eagles defense. And led by number 24, Julian Rodriguez, who's making his first start of the season because James Emerald is out tonight. 4th and short coming up for Miracosta. And Rodriguez, a sophomore, 6 foot, 185, getting the start here. Emerald out with a concussion tonight. He's the leading tackler for El Segundo with 25. They're going for it, straight up the middle, and the quarterback keeper for Carpino. No signal yet, but it looks like they have the 1st down. And there it is, 1st down Mustangs. First and 10 at the 21-yard line. The Mustangs threatening thanks to a bad snap on 4th down for the Eagles. Gave Miracosta great field position on their first drive here. Carpino looks like he's going to go under center. Will hand off, and he goes nowhere. Once again, the Eagles defense steps up. That was Cole Trejo on the carry. Usually a receiver, they do use him at running back as well. And now he subs out with the starting running back, Coda Thermosgard. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for Miracosta here. 4 receivers. Thermosgard to the right of Carpino. Carpino throws in the end zone. Touchdown Mustangs. Brody McKinnon with his 2nd touchdown of the season. And the Mustangs lead 6-0 here early on in the 1st quarter. Here is Jake Austin, the attempt at PAT. A bad snap, but the kick is good, and it's 7-0. Miracosta over El Segundo. It was a good first drive for El Segundo, but on 4th down, a bad snap, miscommunication. Matthew Romero could not hang on. Jake Salazar recovered it, gave the Mustangs great field position to start their first drive. And they made them pay with a Carpino to McKinnon connection for a touchdown. And 18, Anthony Canseco, now the nearest to the ball. It'll be Lopez. A low one on the ground, and Amaral gets to it.
It was a risky move, trying to shoot under the wall. He was able to do it, but the keeper was on it.
And the opportunities the Cardinals have had, they haven't been hard shots. Amaral's been able to get in front of them. Battle there at the corner. Good defending by Lawndale so far. Sticking with El Segundo. Flores kicks it out to Perez. He sends it across back to Flores. Flores with the goal! The Cardinals strike first. It's 1-0 Lawndale.
Well, that's what happens. It looks like the Eagles defense was a little bit slow on getting out to that ball that was passed right in the middle around midfield. That gave the midfielder enough time to look around, see his winger on the left, pass it out to him. He gave it back into the middle, and then the forward was able to convert the goal.
And they're going quick. Brandon Flores, the senior, also scored last year against El Segundo here at Hazeltine Field in that 3-2 win. Here's Casey Lund sending it inside, and it goes off the foot of Edwin Gonzalez. So perhaps a surprise that Lawndale struck first here and get ahead of the Eagles 1-0.
It is a surprise that they're leading, but to be honest, the way that they scored that goal is not much of a surprise. That is how they were going to make that goal.
Sent inside the box. A lot of traffic, and it's cleared away by Lawndale for the time being, but it goes to Nate Salazar. Salazar with the loop. And the keeper, Infante, comes out in front.
Yeah, began to touch on it earlier. Lawndale's offense has been primarily all about those counters, and that attack was a counterattack. And so if Lawndale was going to score against this Eagles defense, it was going to be something like that.
Flores almost on the breakaway again there. But instead it goes out of play. Alicorn working on Sam Twig. Cuts it inside. Logan gets to it. Here's Twig. He boots it into the bleachers almost. 16 minutes remaining here in this first half. Ryan, where do the Eagles have to do now playing from behind 1 goal?
Really, the Eagles need to keep up the energy. To be honest, their defense is getting a little flat, but their offense has been solid. They've gotten opportunities. They just haven't been able to convert. Their wing play has been fantastic. They just need to be able to head that ball into the goal.
Yeah, they've had some looks. It just hasn't gone in. And again, still lots of time here. Lots of soccer left to be played. The officials having a word with one of the fans there in the stands. And we'll begin play again, headed out. Seiko will throw it in for Lawndale. Ortiz. No one there. And you wonder, a team like Lawndale, who hasn't had that much success and still looking for their first Ocean League victory, how are they going to play? Up a goal now. You come here to El Segundo, you're winning so far. Culver City kind of did the same thing. When they took the lead, it was 2-1 at one point. They didn't know how to play with that lead, so they lost it. They weren't there mentally, and El Segundo became the stronger team, especially there in the second half, and ended up winning. So you wonder if that kind of thing can happen to the Cardinals here, since they don't have that winning experience.
Well, only time can tell. The Cardinals have been able to get some wins outside of league play and have had a bit of a rough start, as we mentioned in the beginning of the game. But
there's Vazina sending it in.
But that might be enough, actually, to motivate them to fight as much as they can, tooth and nail, to keep this lead and to keep this victory. And as you mentioned as well, we've got a few returning players from their victory last year. And those players are going to want to have a repeat.
And a dispute for Mario Perez with the officials. A couple other Cardinals join in. Lawndale brings a 3-game losing streak into this one. They lost to San Fernando 2-1, then lost to Miracosta 3-1, and then lost to Santa Monica 2-1. So they're winless in their last 3 games. They're up now 1-0 with 13 minutes remaining in this first half. Another free kick opportunity for the Cardinals. Perez takes it, hard shot inside, and Amaral just lets it go out of play.
Yeah, with those balls, those 50-50 balls in the air, El Segundo should be winning all day. It looks like they've got a bit of a height advantage against Lawndale, and so those types of balls shouldn't ever be too much of a problem for them.
Amaral's a good keeper. Was the keeper in that crucial game again against the Scorpions in the rain. Came up with some terrific saves. El Segundo's allowed now 15 goals all season long compared to the Cardinals' 30 goals allowed. Here's Malcolm. 3-on-1 situation for the time being there. Looks like the Eagles will still keep possession of the ball. Try not to mix these birds up here. Cardinals and Eagles.
And it looks like they're bringing up Nate Salazar, the designated team big throw, to take this one.
He's got some power behind the throw. Here's Casey Lund in the back of the net. The equalizer. 1-1.
And just like we were talking about, getting those opportunities, making them count, that's what this game is all about. And that was a great play, well done by the Eagles and Casey Lund.
That's Casey's 4th goal of the season. And as we wind down the second half, a good look and good opportunity for El Segundo to take the lead in regulation. Let's see if they can do it. Martinez sending it in, looking for that height. Feeney gets a piece of it, and it finds the back of the net. The Eagles score! Wow! 3-2, El Segundo late in the match. What an opportunity, what a goal.
Man! Haven't seen much of Feeney today, but when he shows up, he makes it count. That was a nice goal. I wasn't even sure it went in. It seemed to almost stun the goalkeeper. He was just frozen, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's in the back of the net. Beautiful. Love games like this.
Great heads-up play by Feeney, sticking with it. They find the back of the net. And what a team effort to come back. And obviously this one still has a few more seconds here remaining in regulation, but if this stays, what an effort by the Eagles. Blackman brings it up court. Back to Blackman. He'll drive inside himself. Drives contact. Ryan Blackman at the line. Elijah Mark got called for the foul. Team up 6. Misses the first free throw. Shamar Carter checks in for Coltrane Mueller. And the noise doesn't affect Ryan Blackman. Nails the second free throw. 54-47. Centaurs lead. Dylan Albert wide open, didn't take the shot. Here's Peterson up top. Slowing it down. Miles Jones now for 3. Around the rim, does not go.
Eagles can't find their shot here with a little over 6 minutes to play in regulation. Corner three, no good, airballed. Here come the Eagles. Michael Lynch, spin move, no, does not go. A spin move on the rim. Good ball moving by Culver City, looking to eat up some clock here. Long three by Njoku, rebounded by the lengthy Dylan Aubert. Listed as 6'3" on our stat sheet. Used all 6'3" to get that rebound. Miles Jones, guarded by Shamar Carter, drives inside. Count it. First basket of the fourth quarter for El Segundo right there. Comes at the 4-minute and 50-second mark. El Segundo ball, here comes Miles Jones and company. 1:18. Down three, Aubert for three, no good. Centaurs get the ball back. The crowd is hype, we're hype here. This game has been terrific and it's gonna come down to the last few seconds. 1 minute remaining, a 3-point game. 18 seconds on the shot clock for Culver City. Blackman gets the screen, kicks it out to Carter, off the rim. Who's gonna get the rebound? It's Culver City, and Aubert follows him instantly. 5:15 here in the first. Only a 2-0 game. Big three from Tanner Clark, and it's 5-0 Santa Monica early on. Of course, the Vikings already secured a playoff spot. The Eagles are out of playoff contention. Another long three from 32, doesn't go. Saved though, here's another chance for El Segundo. Good hustle from Ben Peterson. 6'3", 165 senior, playing his last home game of his basketball career. Vikings step out of bounds. El Segundo subs the whole new team. .432 now in the first. Some of these young guys tonight for El Segundo, we're gonna get some good looks here. That one comes crashing into our announce table. Stops clock at 4:16 here in the first, still 5-0 Santa Monica. Coached by James Hecht, longtime Vikings coach. He's had a lot of success at Santa Monica, and they're looking for another long playoff run. They made the playoffs last year, but lost in the first round to JW North, 97-58. As I mentioned, the Eagles looking to snap a 3-game losing streak. They're 3-2 at home. They've lost to Beverly Hills, Culver City, and Lawndale coming into tonight's game against Santa Monica. Last season, El Segundo had a 3-7. That's what they finished with, Ocean League record. They're 3-6 right now, looking to improve at least one game from last season. The big man from the center, that's 33, Ethan Burks, 6'7", 195. makes it 7-0.